Alright, you guys, this video is about validation. And we're going to be talking about how people look for validation in a lot of things. Look for validation in social media. They look for validation from a man. They look for validation from a woman, friends, family, peers, people. And basically, we're going to basically be kind of teaching in this one about how that validation is not okay, that you'll need validation, and to stop looking for validation in people. And the only person you should seek validation is in yourself and in God. You to God to validate you. If you need confirmation, you go to God for confirmation about how you feel or about a situation. Go to God. So first, I want to talk to you guys about my story in terms of validation, how it kind of came about. And like everybody's start validation. It kind of starts kind of like in middle school, high school, because you're developing, you're becoming a young woman and stuff like that, and so you feel like, okay, I should be dating God, should be approaching me, and you start wondering, okay, why aren't guys coming to me? Why aren't they approaching me? And is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Am I not beautiful? Am I ugly? Is it, is it my body? Do I not have a body type they're looking for? It's something I say, is how I talk. Do they not like the things that I say? Do they have a problem with me because I'm intellectual and I'm smart? Because I want to further my education. It's because, like, what is it? And so that was my thing. So for a while, I, thought that, said, oh, I must be ugly. And I remember a guy saying to me, oh, you're ugly. Just saying it. And so I kind of took, being young, I took that and kind of ran. Was like, no, I guess I am ugly. I started believing it because no guys were approaching me or coming up to me. And so for a long time, up to about in my early 20s, about 22, and I was going to my college. That's what it was called at the time. And that was the University of Mount Olive. And I was going there at the time in 2007 to 2008. And I was going there, and I just had an epiphany. I had a realization. I said, you know what? I said, why am I looking for guys to validate me in terms of and look for them to make me feel good about myself around me, that I know who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a guy to tell me that I'm beautiful and I'm this. I'm looking for them to tell me who I am as a person. That I'm a good woman, a good girlfriend, a good person. And that moment I said, you know what? I said, that's wrong. I said, I should not be looking for a God to validate. The only person that should be validating me is God and myself. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is it's actually creating low self-esteem. It causes you to have low self-esteem about yourself. It causes you to not be confident in yourself and not be as self-conscious about yourself. And that's what it did put in me. You know what I'm saying? I had low self-esteem. I didn't have confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe what was said to me. I am ugly. I'm not attractive. But when it hit about 2007, I was in college about 20. I said, you know what? I said, what in the world was I thinking? Why am I looking for men to validate me and who I am as a person? Why? I don't need their validation. I know I'm beautiful. I had to start speaking for myself. I had to start encouraging and building myself up. Hey, you're beautiful. You're attractive. You're a good person. And I had to ask myself, okay, who are you? What do you like? What are things that you into like to do? And I started listening. Okay, I'm a Christian. I go to church. I love the Lord. I like to go movies every once in a while. I like to go bowling, skating. I like to, I like to listen to music and, do some things I was into. I said, okay, I say I like, I used to go to the park. I started thinking of myself. And once I listened to those things, I said to myself, okay, are you a good woman? And I said, yes, I am. I am a good woman. I'm an amazing woman. So I asked myself, I said, when you hear all those things, do you think you're a great woman? You know what I'm saying? If you were in a relationship with somebody and you were their woman, do you think you'd be a wonderful girlfriend? I said, yes, I am a wonderful girlfriend because I'm a great person. I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quiet, I'm kind, I'm passionate, patient, caring, loving, selfless, think of others. So I know how to give attention when it's necessary and not and be there for that person and support that person in whatever they want in their dream. And I was like, okay, because I know who I am now and what type of my characteristics and how I am and how I would treat someone. I'm like, okay, I know I'm a good person. So I had to look into myself and be like, okay, I am a good person. I am a great person. And and from that point on, but it was on specific. I said, I was like, from that point, I said I would no longer look for guys to validate me. But it was on specific. It was towards guys. I never did where it was for everybody, like all people. It was just for guys. So I dealt with that, but I'm still looking for validation in people in terms of, am I a good teacher? Am I a good sister or a good daughter or a good cousin, a good niece? I started looking. My validation was elsewhere. I was looking for somebody to confirm what I already knew. I know I'm a great teacher. I know I'm a great worker. I know I'm a great co-worker. So I know how I interact with them, and I make sure I'm respectful, and I know that's what I want. So I know I'm a great co-worker. I know I'm a great worker, and I know I'm a great teacher, and I know I'm a great clerk, and I knew I was great. But it was like I was looking for that person's confirmation. I was looking for somebody at my job to say, "You're a great teacher." For confirmation. But the only confirmation I needed was from God for myself. So it's still a struggle. I still have to remind myself, like, you don't need you don't need the validation, the confirmation. You know you're good. Despite what they say, you know you're good. Continue to show them in your work every day. But you don't have to. But you don't need that validation. You don't need someone to. You don't need someone to tell you or let you know that, hey, you are a good person, or what you're doing is good. You know what you're doing is good. I know sitting here doing these videos, I know it's good. I know it's the right thing. I don't need a whole bunch of likes to tell me that what I'm talking about is okay or it's good or whatever, because I know what I'm saying is good. And I know that it's what I'm saying is amazing, it's great, and it's inspirational. I don't need a bunch of likes to validate me, to let me know that what you're saying is good and it's positive. I know I'm saying it's positive, it's inspirational. I know for some people, they might feel like they're being judged, but all I'm doing is speaking the truth. It's not a judgment. I'm just speaking the truth, and you just can't handle it. That's your problem. But I don't, I don't need the likes to know that, what I'm saying is good, or what I'm doing is good. Or I'm not going to determine my life, let those likes determine whether or not that maybe I should be doing, maybe this is the wrong thing. No, because I know that this is what God has called me to do and told me to do, and I know that this is right, and I know that I'm hurting. I know that what I'm speaking is truth, and it's what we need to hear, and it's what's necessary. So now I've been working on the fact that, hey, I don't need a person's validation. I don't need validation from anyone, not just men, but from everyone. I don't need validation. I get it I validate myself. I get it from God. God confirms what I need. If I need any confirmation for anything, that's from God. When I ended my relationship in 2017, I went to God and I prayed about it before I made my decision. That's the first time I ever did. That's the first time I ever went to God when I had to make a decision like that. Because usually I was in a relationship. So that's the first time I ever went to God about a decision I had to make. And now with the job I'm at now, I'm going to God about to figure out, okay, what do I do with this job? Do I leave this job? And so I'm praying to God about that too. But that was my story. Basically, it was like, I was looking for validation. We look for it from work. We look for it from our family members. We look for it when we're in a relationship. We look for it when we are, even if we're not in a relationship and we're single, we're still letting God determine whether or not we are a good woman, because we determine based on the fact that person, that man isn't approaching us, And even in my relationship, sometimes I look for that validation because I'm so hell bent on trying to make that person happy, not upset him, that I kind of put myself in people bondage. I was in bondage to that person, to where I was saying, doing whatever to make that person happy. So that was validation. Oh, we figure out how to say this while hurting his feelings. Sometimes no matter how you say it, you can still feel the person, you can still hurt the person, no matter how you say it. And really that's more them than it is you. Especially if you know how you are as a person. Because you want that. So Um, there are men, there are women that look for men to validate you. Stop looking for men to validate you. Because they don't know nothing about a woman and how women's supposed to be. Just like as a woman, we don't know anything about a man, how a man's supposed to be, how he's supposed to be a man. Because only a man can teach a man, only a woman can teach a woman. So women, teach your daughters when they're young how to be a woman, how women's supposed to behave and act. Teach them to value themselves and stuff. So a lot of times we look for that as we look for men to validate us. But it's vice versa too. There are men that look for women to validate them. You know what I'm saying? Because you know there was a time where a man determined whether or not he was a good man, or whether or not he was a man based on if he had a car, if he had his own place, and the car had to be nice. If he had a job, if he was good looking, he had to be good looking, had to have hair. He couldn't be big. There was a time where women, just like men, they weren't dating big guys. You had to be in shape. You had to be fit. You had to be good looking. If you was big, if you let the slide, then what they do to you, the same thing. Men didn't want big women at one time. So if you wasn't skinny, if you didn't sit there, at least have your own car. You didn't have to have your own place. The man's thing is, hey, you just stay at my place. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to have your own place, but you at least had to have a car. You had to look nice. You had to be fit and in shape. Nowadays, you can sit there and have a little pug, a little pudge, a little, or even be hefty, and a man was fine with you, But there was a time where, and that's how we took whether or not we were good enough for a man, based on how we look. Or am I skinny enough? Do I need to lose some weight? Or I might be too big. How do I look? Is my face beautiful? Or my hair? Do I have hair? There was a time if a woman did not have hair, if her hair was short, a man would talk to her when she had short hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I was considered bald head. You had to have long hair. If you didn't have boobs, there was a lot of things. So we had to say before, like, oh, a man's not talking to me because I don't have boobs, or I don't have long hair, or I don't have the butt. Which is why a lot of people get out of plastic surgery, because they feel, oh, I need to have long hair and a big butt and big breasts, and I have to be skinny, but that man doesn't want me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women doing that for the validation of a man and stuff like that. And so a lot of women know that man doesn't love me for who I am. He doesn't love me to real me, because that's not the real you. You know what I'm saying? He loves this fake me that I've created. But if he was to know the real me and meet the real me, he's gonna love me, because I never showed him the real me. So so like I with men, men feel like I got a nice fancy car, I got to have my own house, I got to this little nice to look for women to validate them as well. And men, you start looking for women to validate them. So the only person you need validation in terms of knowing whether or not you are a good man or a great person is through God and through yourself. You look at yourself and say, because God has sat there and has made somebody that's for you, that's tailored for you. He has tailored this person for you. He has tailored this woman for you. He has tailored this man for you. So why are you changing yourself? Because the man that God has for you, you're never going to get him. He's never going to come to you or approach you, because you're not that woman anymore that you were supposed to be. Because you were trying to get somebody that you weren't supposed to have. So that man sitting there single probably, or he probably has found that woman. Because once you change yourself, God was like, okay, well, I'm going to put this woman there now, because she's exactly how you were supposed to, how you were. You changed your whole body. She's real, she's natural, she's whatever. And this is what he's looking for. Somebody to keep him grounded. Because when you're doing that to you, when you're doing all that work to yourself to look good, you're not a grounded person. You're not a humble person. And you'll start feeling something and getting a big head. And if you already got a big head and feel a certain way, you're going to put that in somebody else. But then it's going to be 10 times worse. Sometimes it's not good for you to be with somebody like that, because then, especially if that person is already airhead and has already put a whole bunch of air in his head, and he's already right there, and then he gets with you, you really put him under tonight. What happens is he'll have a mental breakdown and lose his mind, and then he have this same crazy stuff, supporting the damn president and stuff, because y'all both up there in your high horse, and you're the person he probably should be with, because he was the person God made for you in the first place. Only reason he's with you is because you didn't change your body. So God said, okay, I'm going to put him over there with you. This is what I made for you, because the person I have for you, you know what I'm saying, you don't fit for him now. You're not tailored for him now, because everything, the way I made you, you done said that and tailored another way now. So it doesn't work for this person anymore now. So now he has to find that person. So now he had to sit there and make another person tailored for the person that you were supposed to be with. So that way that person now is growing. Because God did not make God's intent for us. We're not supposed to be alone. It's not for us to be by ourselves. We are supposed to God. We are supposed to have a mate. If you go back in Genesis, everybody has a mate. You have the you know what I'm saying, the animals. There was always two animals, a male and a female. I know there was always two animals. Then when he made Adam, he made Eve. There was always a pair, a man and a woman. Not two men, not two women, a man and a woman. It was always a pair. You're not supposed to die alone. You know what I'm saying? So God has made someone that's tailored for you. So don't go around changing yourself because you feel like, well, who's going to love me? The person that God has made for you is going to love you. You know what I'm saying? When someone walks up to you and he likes you and he dates you, that's the man God has for you. Because he has accepted you for who you are. Okay? Same thing for a man. You know what I'm saying? That woman accepts you for who you are. Because if you date somebody and they ain't feeling they ain't liking you, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. Because the person you're supposed to be with will love you for who you are. Okay? And then we have what people, we look for people to validate you. And a lot of times the way we look for people to validate us is through our work or through social media. And I'm going to touch on a little more on social media because it's like if I post something on Facebook and I don't get any likes at all, or I only get a few likes, we start like, oh, must be something wrong. It must be something I said. Maybe it was a message. So that's why we feel we have to do other things to get somebody's attention. You know what I'm saying? Because we're looking for that validation. You know, so that's why we're doing a lot of this crazy stuff on social media and creating these characters because it's like, oh, we want that attention. We want that, you know, we want that attention. So it's like, you know, so if I don't get those likes, so we're kind of in people bondage. If I don't get those likes, if I don't get a thing that, if I don't get a like, if I don't get any comments, or they didn't like what I did, no, people just didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need somebody to tell me. I know what I'm doing is likable, and there is other people love it. You know, and I don't need the validation. But at the same time, it's good to see that because it's like, oh, somebody is interested, but you already know that what you're doing is interesting, and it's like it's love. You know what I'm saying? You already need to know that. Before you see that, you need to have that faith and belief that someone is going to see, and eventually the word is going to get out about what you are doing. It just takes time, especially when you're doing something good, something positive. It takes time. And that's something I have to deal with. I have to constantly remind myself on a regular basis. I'm not going to be in people bondage anymore. And nobody else should be in people bondage. When we're trying to please people and do things to make everybody happy. Because we're looking for their validation, their confirmation, and their happiness. We want somebody to tell us that we're a good teacher and that we're a good employee and that we are a good worker, that we're a good wife, we're a good husband. You know what I'm saying? The only validation you need is God, yourself, and your husband who you're with at the time. You know what I'm saying? How can somebody tell you that you're a good husband and you ain't even their husband? How can somebody tell you that you're a good wife and that you're not even their wife? Nobody can tell you that but your husband. Nobody can tell you that but your wife and God. So we have to start looking for validation from people and from men and from women. Our validation comes from ourselves and it comes from God. Back to the social media thing. Yeah, like this Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And even YouTube, a lot of people, they're doing things. Some things that people are doing to get likes. They feel like, oh, if I don't sit there and post this picture of me naked after giving birth, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they feel like, oh, in order to get likes, I have to do this in order to get likes. I have to be half naked. Or I have to sit there and post a picture of me in my lingerie. I have to post a picture of me on my man's lap in a suggestive way, in a sexual way, just to get likes. You know, people are posting too much of their lives and their of themselves in this world. There's a focus on that. Oh, I want to be liked. I need to get likes. And they are focused on. So they're doing things that I'm thinking, honey, you do a little bit too much on here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're looking for validation, for approval, in all the wrong places. And to have you doing things that's completely out of your character. I'm not stepping out of my character for nobody. Because your character and how you carry yourself as a person determines who you are. It lets people know that you're a good person, you're a good human being, you're a good teacher or police officer or whatever, or a good co-worker, or you are a good, whatever your profession is, or you're a good speaker, you're this. Your character and how you carry yourself. You don't need to do all that extra stuff. That social media and you're posting crazy stuff. You know, when it comes to your job, you don't have to do so much. You know, when you're posting for your job, you don't do a whole bunch of crazy. You don't have to be holding a bottle in front of the booze and all that type of stuff. It ain't necessary.